What if I told you that the way most parents try to stop a tantrum is actually making it worse? Your toddler hits the floor, screaming, kicking, completely unreachable. You've tried everything, bribing, warning, even losing your own patience, and nothing works. Every day feels like a battle you're slowly losing. But here's what I want you to know before we go any further. Your child is not broken. You are not failing. And there is a way through this, a way that actually works, that science backs up, and that I'm going to walk you through today, step by step. Stay with me, because what I share at the end of this video might be the most important parenting tool you've never been taught. Researchers at the University of Michigan studied over 1,400 toddlers and found that nearly 87% of children between the ages of 1 and 4 have regular tantrums. That means if your toddler is melting down, they are doing something completely normal. But here's the part most parenting articles skip over. Dr. Daniel Siegel, clinical professor of psychiatry at UCLA and author of The Whole Brain Child, explains that toddlers are not having tantrums to manipulate you. They are having tantrums because the part of their brain responsible for logic, patience, and self-control, the prefrontal cortex, is literally not developed yet. It won't be fully developed until they're in their mid-20s. So when your 2-year-old loses it because you gave them the wrong color cup, they're not being dramatic. Their brain is being completely overwhelmed by an emotion it doesn't know how to process yet. That changes everything, doesn't it? Let me tell you about Sarah. She's a mom of a 3-year-old boy named Omar. And when she first came across this research, she was at her breaking point. Every morning was a war, over breakfast, over shoes, over leaving the house. She had tried timeouts. She had tried raising her voice. She had even tried ignoring it completely. Nothing lasted longer than a few days. But when Sarah understood that Omar wasn't trying to ruin her mornings, that he was genuinely drowning in feelings he couldn't name or control, everything shifted. Not overnight, but gradually the mornings started to change. And it started with one simple thing she did differently. I'll tell you exactly what that was in just a moment. But first, let's understand the real triggers, because if you can see the storm coming, you can stop it before it starts. Trigger awareness: why tantrums really happen. Most tantrums don't come out of nowhere. There are 4 core triggers that child development researchers point to again and again. The first is hunger and fatigue. Dr. Laura Markham, founder of AHA Parenting and a clinical psychologist from Columbia University, calls this the HALT check. Is your child hungry, angry, lonely, or tired? A toddler running low on blood sugar or fighting off a nap is neurologically primed to explode. Their emotional regulation drops dramatically when basic physical needs aren't met. The second trigger is transition. Toddlers live fully in the present moment. When you tell a child absorbed in play that it's time to leave the park, you are asking them to abandon their entire world with no warning. That's not stubbornness. That's their brain struggling to shift gears. The third is the need for control. Between ages 2 and 4, children are developmentally wired to assert independence. When every decision in their day is made for them, the pressure builds, and eventually it erupts. And the fourth, feeling unseen or disconnected. This one surprises parents the most. Research from Harvard's Center on the Developing Child shows that children who feel emotionally connected to their caregiver show significantly lower rates of explosive behavior. Connection is not a reward for good behavior. It is the foundation that makes good behavior possible. Now, tell me in the comments, which of these triggers sounds most like your child? I read every single one. The strategies, what actually works. This brings us back to Sarah and Omar, and the one thing she changed. She started giving him 5-minute warnings before every transition. Omar, 5 more minutes, then we put on shoes. Then 2 minutes. Then 1. That's it. That small shift alone cut their morning meltdowns in half within a week. But warnings are just the beginning. Strategy 1. Name the emotion before it peaks. When you see your child getting frustrated, say it out loud for them. "You're really upset that we have to stop playing. That feels so hard." This is called emotion coaching, and Dr. John Gottman's research at the University of Washington found that children whose parents name their emotions regularly develop stronger emotional regulation, better social skills, and even perform better academically. You're not excusing the behavior, you're building the part of their brain that eventually manages it. Strategy 2. Offer controlled choices. Instead of "put your shoes on," try "do you want to put on your shoes first or your jacket?" You get the same result, but your toddler gets something priceless, a sense of agency. Dr. Ross Greene, child psychologist and author of The Explosive Child, says that behavior problems dramatically decrease when children feel some ownership over their day. Strategy 3. Stay regulated yourself. This is the hardest one and the most important. When your child is dysregulated, your nervous system is the most powerful tool in the room. Dr. Bruce Perry, neuroscientist and author of What Happened to You, explains that a calm, regulated adult literally co-regulates a child's nervous system. Your child's brain is looking for yours to mirror. If you escalate, they escalate. If you soften, they can soften too. Take one slow breath before you respond. That single second changes everything. Connection before correction, the most powerful tool. Remember when I said stay until the end? Here it is. The most effective tantrum prevention strategy isn't a technique. It's time. Specifically, 10 minutes of uninterrupted, child-led play every single day. No phones, no agenda, just you following your child's lead. Researchers call this special time, and studies from the University of Rochester found it significantly reduces attention-seeking behavior and emotional outbursts within 2 weeks. Omar's mornings changed, not because Sarah found a better strategy for the tantrum itself, but because she started spending 10 distraction-free minutes with him each evening. He stopped fighting to be seen in the morning because he already felt seen the night before. Connection doesn't just reduce tantrums. It makes your child feel safe enough to eventually manage their emotions without you. Tantrums are not manipulation. They're an underdeveloped brain doing its best. The 4 main triggers are hunger and tiredness, transitions, lack of control, and feeling disconnected. And the strategies that actually work? Give transition warnings, name their emotions, offer small choices, stay calm yourself, and give them 10 minutes of real connection every day. These are not quick fixes. They are investments in your child's brain and in your relationship with them. So here's my question for you. Which of these strategies are you going to try first? Drop it in the comments below. And if this helped you see your toddler a little differently today, share it with one parent who needs it. It might be the most important thing they watch this week. If you want to go deeper into your child's emotional world, my video on how to raise emotionally intelligent kids is right here. And I think it'll change how you see everything. Subscribe so you never miss a new video. And I'll see you in the next one.